You can't laugh at that.
And there's always shows going on, and it's always a way to get stage time. You like you say, you're just gonna have to start over and try to prove yourself, prove who you are, and what you're capable of until you get some type of notoriety. I mean, we're all still doing it, even people who moved out here a while ago. It's just hard. It helps to be in many different circles, and just I guess who you know is even more relevant here than anywhere else. So it ain't like I've been on the greatest shows ever, but I have been on pretty good shows, and that's because of who I know, or maybe somebody saw me somewhere and whatever. So it's
Mm.
the really, really good shows, like the really, really good shows that are not a part of a club, that's like part of a local scene and they have their own following, are so hard to get on. It's this I can't even remember what the place is called. It's called Heroin. Heroin or something. That's the name of the shows. Such great shows. Always have great comics. I've met the lady maybe 3 or 4 times, even been vouched for. Sent a reel, sent the link, whatever. Still haven't heard anything back. So
Oh, wow.
it's whatever. It's a humbler, and your ego will be checked. No one is gonna come out here. Everybody's gonna have a hard time. If people think they come out here and they're not gonna have a hard time, they're mistaken, because nobody cares what you did and who you did it for in your hometown. Everybody is a celebrity or important out here. So
Mm.
yeah, it's LA.
Yeah, everybody's got credits. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
it doesn't matter. The people who do not live here, and when I did not live here, have better shows and have a better time, because they're like, I don't know why they do that. Why it's like that, but it just is. Like, oh, you in town, Rafael? Let me just throw you up here and whatever. You seem important when you don't live here.
yeah, it's like a fresh face.
Yeah,
Everyone, you're just another one of us if you live in LA.
yeah.
Because I know Liz got on like Kristen Shaw's show.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that like when she visited. Obviously, no one's getting on shows now.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It different. Everybody's gonna have a hard time, but your time may be a different type of hard. I mean, I don't know. It's been cool. It's been cool.
Yeah. Well, you got a good attitude. Like you aren't kidding yourself about like what the situation is out there. Did you like did you get a rude awakening when you first moved out there, or were you kind of expecting it and like, I got an uphill battle, let's go, let's do this?
I mean, people always talk about what it's like, and then I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't think, oh, it's not gonna be like that for me, but I knew that there was a possibility, and it wasn't like a rude awakening, but it was definitely a shift, and I was like, this is annoying.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, it helps you become a better comedian, because you have to trust yourself enough to know that what you say is funny and what you're writing is funny, and just to go ahead and take more risks, because there isn't a lot of stage time. There is a lot of stage time, but there's not a lot of good stage time. There's shows every night that you can go to, open mics, $5-10 a piece. Who wants to do that? That doesn't make any sense. And let's be honest, when we're home and we're doing these shows and we think highly, or think we have this certain image, or people, we feel this pressure because people think of you a specific type of way. How many times are you going to the shows you're doing and doing new material? Not a lot. Not usually. You gotta, you don't want to fail, or you don't want people waiting for you to fail, so you're not trying to fail. So here is like, whatever, y'all don't give a fuck about me anyway. Y'all don't know me. Just tell these little jokes and be on with my way. And I feel like it helped me become a better comedian and trust what I had to say.
Yeah, you lose that like give a fuck, like you were saying. A lot of these people in this room when you do shows on a local scene, and it's like, yeah, I mean, try to kill every time, but
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter if you kill them. It literally does not matter anymore because no matter how hard you try, you're still going to have days where you don't do as well as you should. And why not take risks if that's going to be the case? If I'm going to potentially have a bad show, then I might as well tell a joke that I'm not sure about.
Yeah. That's like the best reward though, when a couple things, like when you try something new for the first time and it hits, or if you're vibing with the crowd because you don't care and it's just, you're being authentic and like you're just tagging it as you go, like that's the best.
That works better for me. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of a glutton for punishment. Like I'm a big fan of if I'm not having a good set and then I come up with something on the spot to kind of like bring it back. Like I love that like push and pull. I like that abusive relationship. It's like you're mentally abusing me as an audience, but I feel like I can win you back. And then when you get them, it's like
some people like to be spanked and
some people like to bomb.
You'd think they would.
Yeah, there are some people. It's like you.
I don't mind. I bombed in front of some legends, and I am perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They bombed at one point too.
Yeah, right. We all bomb. It doesn't matter. You can bomb in front of a comedian you think that has notoriety, but we as comedians know when something is a good idea, is a good joke, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And as long as you hold your own within this bombing, then it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Yep, I bombed pretty bad. Not pretty bad, but I did bomb in front of a bunch of celebrities, and they were filming it like for a show.
Visual proof.
Yeah, I mean, it was like we were filming. You know how like we're filming something. It was a film crew and everything there, and my best. And I tried hard. I really did, and they just really wasn't. It wasn't like that bomb, but it was just like like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Big payoffs, and I was like trying. I mean, I was exhausting all of me and trying so hard, and it was just not working. But I ended strong, and whatever. I acknowledged the bombing, and it worked out. But whatever.
Do you think because you were trying so hard, do you think that played into it? Like you weren't being as natural because you're like, all right, let me show these people what's up.
Well, when I went up there, I wasn't. When I say I was trying hard, it wasn't like I was trying to be funny. I mean that I was performing to my best ability as well as I could. And it's not usually the crowd, and I won't blame everything on the crowd. I did get a little nervous, and then that never works when my nerves come back when I'm performing. So it has something to do with that. Also, the guy who went it, let me just paint the picture. We had been there since maybe 5:00. I didn't go on stage till almost 10. So these people were also still sitting there, and they were tired. And the guy who went before me, I mean, he ripped and set that bitch on fire. It was he. I mean, he did so well. I knew I was gonna have a hard time.
Yeah.
I knew you can just tell sometimes, like when the client, when the audience are liking a specific style of comedy and you don't necessarily possess it. And I'm not going to pretend to possess something that I don't do. And I'm not going to switch up who I am for you. So, he went over and he was hot the entire, I mean, I was hot when I got up there. I was like, okay. I'm gonna try my best, and I did. And they were tired by the time they got to me. And then as the night went on, it was like they got even more tired. Y'all know, y'all know LVT. Y'all know.
Yeah.
2 hours is tiring, let alone 5. That's crazy.
There was no comedy going on in that time frame. People were eating, and it took forever. And then we were doing like a little podcast setup, and then we finally got to the comedy. Finally, and I was supposed to do, I don't know, 15 minutes. Everybody was doing like 15 minutes a piece, and it was 1,000 comedians. Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
Right.
It's
That's
like a
messed up.
Chris Kettler show.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
still cool experience and met a lot of good people.
that's cool. I mean,
which was nice.
yeah. That's what it's about.
That moment over and over again.
Is that mason jar? Is that a mason?
Yeah, I don't fuck with the plastic bottles, because I mean, they get hot in your car, like, you know what I mean? And then they get that like plastic taste. I'd rather just.
I don't know who's more Hollywood, me or you.
It's a super hipster thing to do, but whatever.
See.
I don't have to keep buying bottles of water, and
he's had that water container for years. It feels like.
Oh, I got like 12 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I go to this juice bar, and then I keep
yeah,
it.
you go to a
the
juice
bottles,
bar,
and then that is pretty LA. Yeah,
bar.
I'm like, no, I'm not. Oh, this is so Cleveland. This is such a Cleveland thing to do.
You steal them? Is that what I heard?
No, I buy the juice, and then I keep the jar. Like, if you take the jar back, they take 50 cents off your next purchase. But like, you can keep them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't disclose my crimes on a podcast.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I can get in a lot of trouble. Not Jasmyn. When I first started doing stand-up, I come from a sketch background, so I was like trying to bring some of that onto the stage, and then that didn't work. And then I tried to write one-liners, and that wasn't me. So that's
you did booths once, didn't you, David?
I did booths one time. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. I did a character bit at booths, and that So that went as well. I was like 28th on the list, and I was like, they're gonna love this character.
Yeah, that might only last a year.
It hurt, and I had like friends there and stuff, and they were like, "Ugh,
that's the worst."
Yeah, they're like,
"Oh man,
we thought you did this in New York. Like, what?" And I was like, "I did, but I did like character shows and stuff in New York, where that stuff is like it belongs."
Yeah, New York is almost as weird as LA.
Oh, it is for sure. But I mean, that's where you got to put yourself on that level and go. Like, I see a lot of people just start there, and it's like, I don't know if I would do that. I mean, I did that through sketch. Like, I made connections through like classes and stuff. But I didn't get involved in stand up until after I moved back to Cleveland. Obviously, I still kept trying to do the characters stuff when I got back. That one as well as a bar show. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm getting like PTSD. It's just like, I think the suit jacket on this chair is one that I wore with one of the characters. So I'm like,
I don't know. People still trying to figure out their voice. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here.
I mean, just being honest. That's step one. Like, if you're like me doing characters or doing one-liners, like, that's not me. I know that. Yeah. But I had to.
That's nobody. Okay?
No. You have to be like really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I'm personally not a fan of one-liners. There's a lot of stand-ups out here that are one-liners. Oh, my least favorite. If you're really good, then you're really good. But not for me.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, I don't. How do you really expect me to believe that you have a body buried in your backyard? Like, do you really expect me to believe that you killed somebody? Like,
stop lying. Stop lying. Make shit funny.
Yeah, if you're gonna kill somebody in your joke, that joke better be flawless.
Right.
Liz was telling me about this comedian. She just saw at an outdoor show. He was the guy that came here at East End, and he does all these jokes that are ironically not funny. And it's like, that's just an excuse to be not funny and then get away with it, kind of like.
Right.
It's like a one-liner comic. And I was just like, I hated this guy the first second I saw him. He's like a demonic guy. You've probably seen him. He's like, he wears contacts, and he kind of looks like metal or goth or something. And he's just like, he plays this evil like guy, like this character. Yeah.
I think he might have been on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
1 week. Maybe. He sounds familiar. It's a lot of weirdos out here.
Yes, it's probably hard to weed them out.
Like, it was some girl, some black lady in a cow suit one time, and she had titty jokes. I don't know.
It's hilarious.
Really hilarious.
I don't know. I was just like, what is going on here? Like, is she trying out for America's Got Talent? Why does she have that on? I don't understand.
Yeah, man, there was a dude who did he had a cockroach costume,
Mm.
and God, just like bug puns. He was like, "Am I bugging you?" I'm like, "What?
Oh my god! Oh, I would kill myself.
What?" It was for a contest too, and it was rough.
I genuinely hate like puns.
Yeah,
Like puns bother me so much.
they don't just come up like in everyday conversation. You say something, you're like,
I'm like, yes, and I'm like, oh my god, like, and there are people good at puns, but it's just so corny. Like it's like, okay, no matter how funny it is, it's just corny. It's just a corny thing to me. It's like you can be really good at it, and I for one like corny people. I'm like, oh my god, that's funny, but that's so corny.
there's a redeeming quality to dad jokes, but don't make them part of your set. Special thanks to Golden Ox Studio. You can find Golden Ox Studio for all your podcasting needs at goldenoxstudio.com. Hit up Jeremy. He is fantastic to work with, a professional. He makes podcasting easy. And if you've been kicking the tires on starting your own podcast, definitely give Golden Ox Studio a look.
If you'd like to weigh in on today's topic, follow us on Twitter at YouCan'tLaughPod, or like us on Facebook at You Can't Laugh at That, and tell us how you did laugh at today's topic or how you didn't. This is all about the conversation, is what I'm saying. All right. Bye.